Welcome, creative adventurers. My name is Debbie Cohn of D. Cohn Designs. Have you thought about your 2022 quilting goals and plans and projects? I have, and I'd like to quickly share them with you and give you some information about what you can look forward to this year on my blog, my website, and in my shop. I've got 5 major quilting goals that I've got planned for this year, and I'd like to take you along for the journey. So let's begin. But before we do, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment telling me your favorite quilting goal that you have for this year, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then head on over to my blog at dcohndesigns.com. There you'll find a free pattern, and coming soon in my shop, many more patterns available for your purchase. Let's get started. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my 5 quilting goals, the plan I have for each one, and the project that I have in mind. After that, I'll share with you some of the patterns that will be released this coming year. My first quilting goal is to do a block of the month quilt. I have attempted a block of the week quilt, which I really enjoyed last year. That was the Socialite's Fat Quarter Shop one. But this year I wanted to try a block of the month quilt. My plan for that is to go ahead and do the A Quilting Life block of the month for 2022. That is Sherry McConnell's blog and website. You'll want to check her out. The link to her block of the month for 2022 will be in the video description, as well as in the notes on my blog. The project I'll be doing will be the 12-inch blocks, and I'm going to use several fat quarter bundles of Christmas fabric. They're cute little sloths. I just picked it up at the local big box store, and I want to use that for my first attempt at a block of the month quilt. I'm very excited about it. I will have an upcoming video, probably next week, that will go into detail about the block and how I construct it for her January 22 block of the month. That's Sherry McConnell of A Quilting Life. My second quilting goal is to try my hand at curved piecing. Now, I've never done it before. I have sewn curves when I did garment making, but never in a quilt. So what I'm going to do is choose the Zen Chic Bauhaus Modern Quilt Along. It starts on February 6th, and I'm going to do the lap size quilt, and I've chosen some fabric bundles, fat quarter bundles that I picked up at a quilt convention, which are modern in the textile and the design, and they're primarily, though not entirely, solids. The Quilt Along for Zen Chic will run for 6 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to trying my hand at curved piecing as part of the several skills that she teaches in this wonderful Quilt Along. Please join me for that as well. I'll be sharing how my blocks come out each week. My third quilting goal is to make a selvage quilt. The selvage is the little part at the bottom on each side of the fabric, with the fabric that you need to cut off because it doesn't shrink at the same rate as the rest of the fabric. It lists the fabric manufacturer, and it lists the colors used by the manufacturer to make the fabric. So I keep these. I've been wanting to make a selvage quilt, and to do that, my plan is to review the book Modern Selvage Quilting by Ryo Nason for you, and then select a project from the book and either make it exactly like she has or modify it slightly. My actual project probably will be a wall hanging at this point. So I'm looking forward to that as well. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. My fourth quilting goal for this year is to make an art quilt. So what I've chosen is to do a collage quilt. The plan is to do a collage quilt by a woman named Emily from Collage Quilter. I've purchased, for my project, I purchased her June Bloom wall hanging quilt, and a friend and I are going to do this collage quilt together. I'm very excited about it. I've never done anything like it, and I will share my progress on that as well and leave you a link to her website and projects in my description and on my blog. My last quilting goal for 2022 is to use up some more of my scraps. Now, honestly, I did kind of start a year ago or so, but I want to really get going on this and get it finished. So my plan for this is to use a house block that I've designed. I've modified it from another block, and I want to make houses out of scraps. And I've chosen the same fabric for the roof on every house in the quilt, but all the rest of the houses will be designed with just scraps I have from various projects and quilts that I've been saving up for the last 2 years since I began quilting. So I'm looking forward to it, and my plan actually is to put the block and a quilt as a pattern for sale on my blog and my website in my shop. That will be later this year. And as always, I will have a complete detailed video tutorial. I'll probably do this in 2 parts so that you can begin gathering your scraps as well, and then sew along with me when I begin to put it all together. So please look forward to that a little bit later this year. So far in this video, I've covered my 5 quilting goals, my plan for each one, and the project that I have in mind. The last thing I want to talk about is the patterns that I will be producing this year for your purchase. And some will be quilt alongs. First up will be a jelly roll race with a fresh modern twist. I plan to make that in late January, early February, and then I will have a detailed tutorial as well as a pattern for sale on my blog. The next thing is, please look forward to a quilt along in April or May. That will last for 8 weeks. It will be a row quilt, similar to the It's Christmas Time quilt along that I did last October, November, and December. In addition, I will have another quilt along in October, November, and December of 2022, which will also be a row quilt with a Christmas theme, but it will not be the same or similar to the one I did this past year in 2021. So look forward to that as well. In addition, I have a couple patterns coming out in the next several weeks. The It's Christmas Time quilt along patterns will be condensed into a single pattern and be available for sale on my website. In addition, I have a double framed fun quilt that I will be putting out for sale on my website as well. So it's going to be a great year. I'm so excited to be back. I'm looking forward to the wonderful plans and projects and things that I'll do this year, and I hope you'll join me each week as we go on our quilting journey together. Thank you for watching this video. The best way you can support my channel is to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tell a friend so that they will too. Thank you again for watching, and Happy New Year!